Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the World of Cricket channel. I'm your host, Troy Thompson, and today we're going to be discussing all things cricket, what's been happening in the world of cricket over the last week or so, and what's happening today. A lot going on. Very busy time at the moment in the world of cricket. Test series have just been wrapped up and some are underway at the moment. The West Indies and Australian Test Series that has just wrapped up a few days ago with a fantastic win to the West Indies. Great to see them back. First win since 1997 on Australian shores. The hero and new superstar of West Indies cricket, Shamar Joseph, what a bowler that young fella is, just absolutely tore the Australians apart in the second test. The West Indies won the second test at the Gabba by 8 runs in a real close classic encounter. Shamar Joseph taking the last wickets, taking the top of off stump of Josh Hazlewood's off stump to win the test for the West Indies by 8 runs. And amazing scenes around the ground. Brian Lara getting hugged by Adam Gilchrist in the Fox studio commentary box. Amazing scenes there. Ian Bishop coming down and supporting the team. Obviously, Carl Hooper shedding a tear or two in the change rooms, in the West Indies change rooms after the victory. Amazing scenes. I don't think there's one Australian that wasn't happy to see the West Indies win this test, and just great to see them back in some sort of way and competitive again with really what was only a B or a C side, a second string team. A lot of their superstars weren't playing, or a lot of their better players weren't playing. Fantastic win. Shamar Joseph, unbelievable. The guy has only just played first class cricket recently. Unbelievable performance really from Shamar Joseph to come in Australia's backyard, world test champions, bowl some real wheels, high 140s, always hitting 140s, bowling extremely fast, accurate, putting a lot of pressure on the Australian batsmen, taking 7 for 68 in the second innings to not only be player of the match, but also player of the series. The young guy took Steve Smith's wicket with his very first ball in Test cricket, took a wicket with the last ball of the test to clean up Hazlewood and win the test for the West Indies. Amazing story. Great stuff for the West Indies. Great future ahead for Shamar Joseph. I believe Shamar's already signed up with Peshawar in the Pakistan Premier League. Just an amazing feeling in Australia as well for the victory for the West Indies and Shamar Joseph's performance. I mean, he was everywhere. He was on the project live on Australian TV. I believe the Sydney Morning Herald went over to Guyana and interviewed his parents for an article as well. So great story again for the West Indies and Shamar Joseph. So with the Frank Worrell Trophy Series wrapping up as 1-1, Australia retain the trophy. Australia and West Indies headed into a 2-game, 1-day series at the MCG and the SCG. The Australians way too good in the first game, going up 1-0. Quite some considerable talk about the paltry size of the crowd. I believe it was only 16,342, which was the official attendance. Not a great look for a stadium that fits 90,000 plus. So the second ODI is currently underway between Australia and West Indies at the SCG. Stinking fucking hot day here at the MCG. Sorry about the language, guys, but very, very hot day here today in Sydney town. 32 degrees, very humid. Australia have won the toss and currently 5 for 169 and 22nd over. So West Indies, you would say, are currently on top, and it should be an interesting run chase later on tonight at the SCG. So also at the moment in the subcontinent, there is a test match going on between Afghanistan and Sri Lanka, a one-off test match. It's in Colombo. Afghanistan were bowled out for 198 with Shah scoring 91. So it stumps on day 2. Sri Lanka are 6 for 410. With the veteran Angelo Matthews scoring 141, Chandimal 107, and Karunaratne also chipping in with 77 for the Sri Lankans. So Sri Lanka well on top there at the end of day 2 against Afghanistan in the one-off test. So Sri Lanka going into day 3 with a lead of 212 runs. The best bowling for Afghanistan was Zadran and Ahmed, both taking 2 wickets apiece. So the Bison has taken out the AB medal. Alan Border medal, Mitch Marsh, 2023 Australian Cricketer of the Year. Mitch Marsh took out the award, beating Pat Cummins, who finished second with the votes, and Steve Smith third with the votes. Very coy and embarrassed and funny at times. Mitch Marsh had a great speech and, thanked everybody, and it was really, really good. I think he's endeared himself even further to the Australian public, the cricketing public. Really good to see him come back. He's been one of our better players, obviously our best player over the last year or so. And heading across to India now for the India versus England Test series. It's shaping up to be what could be an absolute classic, all-time great Test series. Heading into the second Test, after the first Test, England won another absolute classic Test match, ending only hours after Australia were defeated by the West Indies at the Gabba. England were just too good for India, winning by 28 runs at Hyderabad. And an absolute classic Test match. Ben Stokes' captaincy, some great bowling from England, got England over the line in a real close contest, England going up 1-0. England only headed into the Test with the one quick bowler, the fast bowler Mark Wood, 4 spinners. India headed into the first Test with their 2 fast bowlers, Bumrah and Siraj. India's new batting sensation, Jaiswal, scored 80 in their first innings, along with KL Rahul, who scored 86. And Jadeja, who chimed in for 87. Joe Root was the best of the English bowlers, finishing with 4 for 79. Ollie Pope played a masterful innings for England, scoring 196 from 278 balls, 21 fours and 4 sixes. Great innings, really helped England, kept them in the match. Bumrah was the best of the bowlers for India, again taking 4 for 41. India just weren't good enough in the second innings, chasing down the runs, just falling short, however, by 28 runs. Tom Hartley, left-arm spinner on his debut, taking 7 for 62 to help England get the win, get over the line in the second innings. Close game, really some selfish batting from India at times. Quite a few people from both sides of the subcontinent are being very critical of India's batting. So heading into the Visakhapatnam Stadium for the second Test between India and England, Rohit Sharma won the toss and decided to bat. India batting first, scoring 396 all out. Again, phenomenal innings from Jaiswal, scoring 209 from 290 deliveries. And the 2 debutant spin bowlers that went into the second Test for England, Bashir and Ahmed, also taking 3 wickets apiece on debut. So England were bowled all out for 253 in their first innings. Crawley scoring 76, and Stokes, again, consistent with the bat, hitting 47. And Jasprit Bumrah, what can I say? Just a lethal fast bowler, probably the best fast bowler in the world at the moment, arguably, taking 6 for 45 from 15.5 overs with 5 maidens. Just tearing England apart. Again, Bumrah, top of the pops, fantastic Indian fast bowler. And at stumps on day 3, India were 1 for 30 with a lead of 173 runs. Day 4 is about to kick off, so should be a really good Test here if England can fight their way back in the second Test to go up 2-0, or will it be India who can claw back and draw the Test series 1-1 going into the last 3? We'll soon find out. So thank you for joining the World of Cricket channel today on this very special podcast. Subscribe, comment, share, and like below, and we'll see you next time on the World of Cricket channel. Bye for now.